A surprising new development is unfolding inside the Trump administration, and it could signal a major shift in the future of U.S. immigration enforcement. Just months after spending billions of dollars to dramatically expand detention capacity across the country, officials are now reportedly considering selling some of the very facilities that were meant to power America's largest ever immigration crackdown. So why the sudden change? And what does it reveal about the administration's evolving approach to immigration? Let's break it down. Main story. According to Department of Homeland Security officials, the administration is reviewing plans to potentially sell several massive warehouse facilities that were purchased earlier this year by Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or ICE. These weren't ordinary buildings. The warehouses were acquired under former Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem as part of an ambitious strategy to create enough space to detain up to 100,000 immigrants at any given time. Some of these giant facilities were expected to hold as many as 8,000 detainees each, forming a nationwide network of so-called mega detention centers. The project represented one of the largest immigration detention expansions in modern American history. But now, behind closed doors, officials are reportedly questioning whether that level of detention capacity is still necessary. While no final decisions have been made, DHS insiders say multiple facilities have already been identified as potential candidates for sale. And that's not the only asset under review. Officials are also evaluating whether to sell several aircraft that were purchased or leased during the expansio effort, including a luxury Boeing 737 MAX 8. These plans were notable because ICE has historically relied on chartered flights for deportation operations. The newer aircraft represented a move toward government-owned deportation fleets. Now, those investments may be heading to the chopping block. The reason behind the shift. The discussions appear to reflect a broader change taking place inside the Department of Homeland Security. Since Secretary Markwayne Mullin assumed leadership, officials have reportedly begun reassessing resources and operational priorities. One major factor may be changing political realities. President Donald Trump recently suggested he may want a softer touch on certain aspects of immigration enforcement after a series of controversial incidents drew national attention. At the same time, DHS officials reportedly believe ICE no longer requires enough detention space for 100,000 people. In other words, the agency may have built more capacity than it currently expects to use. Public reaction. News of the potential sell-off has sparked strong reactions from both supporters and critics. Supporters argue that reducing unnecessary spending is simply common sense. If the facilities are no longer needed, they say taxpayers shouldn't continue funding massive unused infrastructure. Critics, however, question why billions were spent in the first place if officials are already reconsidering the plan.